Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the Bathmate. This is the Bathmate Hydro Extreme 7 for guys that are between 7 to 9 inches. So, I hope that one day my Bathmate gains are so substantial that I've got to get the one up from this, the Bathmate 8, for those that have a 9 inch or plus. Although maybe I'm just going for vanity at that point, but you know, maybe a 9 inch dick. When you actually see what a 9 inch piece looks like, I think 9 inches is probably a bit too much for the majority of women, particularly if you've got really mad girth gains. If you've got a 9 inch long piece and a really fat girthy dick, there's going to be a lot of girls that you literally can't even get intimate with. But that's besides the point. So one of the problems that I think a lot of people run into with the Bathmate is that of having one or potentially both of their nutsacks being swallowed by the Bathmate. If you've ever had this happen, not only is it a bit of an uncomfortable sensation, but it also really kind of brings that set of the Bathmate to a close, if you know what I mean. I don't know about you, but once my nutsack's been swallowed, I really want to get this thing off and go again. Now, this can be really annoying, and it was happening to me quite a lot when I started using the Bathmate up again. But I've found a cure-all Bathmate nutsack swallowing cure. Now, basically, there's two really key components that you're going to want to make sure is happening to make sure your nutsack doesn't get swallowed, and that is that you've got adequate moisture of your balls. If your balls aren't wet, then they don't have the same level of elasticity, and this can lead to ball sack swallowing. And number two is actually, when you get the Bathmate on, this is probably the most important shit. So you're gonna want to line the Bathmate up so it's just nothing but dick, and you're gonna want to pull your nutsack away from the Bathmate. But one of the key components that you've got to remember when you're doing this shit is when you actually get to the stage where you flick the switch and you're pumping the water out and you're getting that vacuum seal on your dick. Basically, you've got to, don't be piss farting around like kind of doing it a little bit half-heartedly. If you want to avoid nutsack swallowing, then you've got to really go hell for broke and get all of that shit out there. And then once the seal is adequate, the vacuum seal is what will avoid ballsack swallowing. If you haven't got the adequate amount of suction around your dick and there's a little bit of a gap, there's not an adequate enough suction, that is the number one key component to getting your nutsack swallowed by the Bathmate. Try this shit. When you go into the shower and you're washing, the first thing you should do is wet up your balls and your dick and your gooch. And then, obviously, you're going to want to go in, I go in full boner, stick your Johnson inside, and then hell for leather, pump until this shit is on there. And you'll know, it should be like 8, 9, or 10 out of 10 suction. When you go 7 out of 10 connection with the dick, that's when your balls get swallowed, because it's like they get sucked in like the fucking, like a black hole. Like your balls are on the event horizon, and they just go in there. And I was thinking, what the fuck? Like, I'm lining up my dick and my ball sack, but my right ball is getting swallowed every single time. But then I went in there hell for leather, dampened up the balls, and then fucking pumped out the excess water, really, and got a great suction on there until, you know, there was no room for the nutsack to get in, quite frankly. That's what you want, is you don't want any distance between the skin, the skin of your pubic bone and the connection with the Bathmate. You want that shit tight. And if you do that, I'm very confident that you won't experience any more ball swallowing by the Bathmate. So if this video helped you, please give it a like and subscribe if you feel like it, but I can't force you, so yeah. Anyways, have a good day. I hope this helped.